everyone. In this video, we'll discuss about the winter air conditioning systems. So, in the previous video, I have discussed about the summer air conditioning systems. So, the summer air conditioning system as well as the winter air conditioning systems are equally important in point of view or examinations. So, these questions are been repeated many times. So, just kindly go through the video. Okay, so when this winter air conditioning systems are deployed, when the outside temperature, atmospheric temperature is very much low when compared to a comfort temperature. So what is a comfort temperature? Comfort temperature is that particular temperature where the human being feels relaxed and he feels comfort towards that particular temperature, generally around 17 to 18 degrees Celsius. So if it is lower when compared to that of comfort temperature, that means the atmospheric temperature, if it is very much lower when compared to a comfort temperature, then this particular systems like winter air conditioning systems are deployed to raise that particular temperature. That means in order to condition that air, you will use this particular system. Okay. So also the relative humidity may be more or less than the actual relative humidity. So you are changing the humidity aspect also. If it is humid condition, if it is lower, you will bring it back. If it is higher, you will reduce it. Okay, based on your human comfort. So what is the human comfort humidity? Based on that particular humidity, you will change the relative humidity of that particular atmosphere. So figure shows the arrangement of such system where dry conditions prevail in the atmosphere. So same thing again, air enters through a dampers where the flow of air is being controlled. If you want more air in, so you'll open the damper. If you want less air in, then you will close the damper. Okay, you'll be setting the speeds, is it? Even in your air conditioned cars also, so the fan speed will be setting. So if you are increasing the fan speed, what happens? You are opening the more dampers. So you are opening up the damper, so the more air flow will get in. So air gets filtered in the air filter here. So the filtration process takes place. So in the heating coil, what happens? The temperature of that particular thing is raised. So initially it would be at state 1 like this. Okay, it would reach state 2 through this particular heating process. Again, if you try to plot this on a x and y axis, which I have just specified to make the things easy, so this particular process would be plotted on the positive side of the x axis, that is from state 1 to state 2, correct? So it is which process? It is sensible heating process. So in the sensible heating, it moves from state 1 to 2. By now you can judge what is state 3, is it? So what is state 3? If this particular heating coil here, if this particular heating coil is 100% efficient, if this particular heating coil is 100% efficient, then it would reach the state 3, but it is not 100% efficient, therefore it is stopping at state 2 here. Okay, understand these things very carefully. So you came to know what is from state 1 to state 2, sensible heating process takes place. State 3 is a cent% condition. From state 2 to state 4, what happens? You are using the adiabatic humidifier. Okay, so if the relative humidity is dry, as in this case, what happens? The dry condition prevail in the atmosphere. So there is a dry condition in the atmosphere. That's why you require a adiabatic humidifier. See, the enthalpy at state 2, enthalpy at state 3 and enthalpy at state 5 all are same, which follows and traces the isoenthalpic line here. That means your value of H2 would be equal to the value of H4, that is equal to the value of H5. So all these are the isoenthalpic adiabatic humidifier process. Okay, so from state 2 to state 3 you are humidifying it. That means you are cooling a little and humidifying. So that means it comes in this particular slot. So that's why it is which process? It is cooling and humidification, adiabatic humidification process. Okay, now judge what is state 5. The state 5 is that particular state where if your adiabatic humidifier is 100% efficient, if this particular thing is 100% efficient, then it would reach the state 5. It is not 100% efficient, so therefore your process gets stopped at state 4 itself. Okay. So from state 4 to state 6, again you are heating using this particular coil. So remember, in this particular winter air conditioning systems, there are two coils, the heating coil number 1 and heating coil number 2. So the state 4 to 6 is taken by using the heating coil number 2. Okay. So it has been increased its dry bulb temperature again, because if you are humidifying it, you are definitely cooling it. So that means you are going on the negative side of the x-axis, correct? You are going on the negative side of the x-axis, that means you are cooling it. That's why again you are heating it, so to require the comfort temperature at state 6. So this particular thing is the comfort temperature which is desired. Okay. So again, guess what is state 7? State 7 is that particular state which would reach if this particular heating coil is 100% efficient. If this particular heating coil is 100% efficient, then it would reach state 7. It is not 100% efficient, therefore it is reaching state 6 itself. Okay, that means there are totally 3 processes in this particular thing, that is 1 to 2 which is heating process, and 2 to 3 adiabatic humidification, and 4 to 6 which is again heating using another heating coil. So there are 1 process, 2 and 3 process in winter air conditioning system. Okay, so all these things are being explained in this particular thing. Kindly take it down. It has been explained in the very simpler words so that you can follow and write in your examinations. So that's it, guys. So this ends the module number 4 theory part, where it covers all the aspects. So summer air conditioning system and winter air conditioning systems are very much important for your examinations. Okay.